The women are only fit to do as they're told and obey orders.
If you'd done that, we wouldn't be on the run now with 100 redcoats in our tail.
I have to say, there are still a bunch of things about Outlander that fans might not be totally aware of. For starters, did you know the Outlander prequel already got picked up for a second season months before the first one even aired? Pretty wild. And then there's that little tease about a magical character in Season 8 that actually makes me feel hopeful Starz will finally close the 34-year story gap. Plus, Season 8 really can't avoid diving into a magical plotline that's been brushed aside for 9 whole years. But most importantly, it looks like this final chapter is shaping up to be a powerful story of love and loss. So, let's dive into all the exciting stuff going on with Outlander right now, because there's honestly a bunch. First off, did you know that the Outlander prequel, Blood of My Blood, has already been renewed for a second season, and that's happening 2 whole months before it even premieres? That's a pretty big deal. It's been over 10 years since Outlander first hit Starz, and now the franchise is branching out even more with this prequel. Blood of My Blood is set to premiere on August 8, 2025, which is pretty cool since it'll be running alongside the main series that just wrapped up its 7th season earlier in 2025. It's kind of impressive to see Outlander still going strong after all these years, especially since long-running historical fantasies don't always last this long. But according to Variety, production has already started on Season 2 of the prequel, showing just how confident Starz is in this new chapter. Matthew B. Roberts, who's steering the ship again as showrunner and producer, mentioned that the cast and crew have poured so much passion and talent into Blood of My Blood, and he's absolutely thrilled they get to continue telling these epic love stories. He also pointed out that the prequel will expand the franchise in ways that stay true to the original while boldly venturing into new territory, which honestly sounds super promising. So what does this early renewal really mean? Well, it shows that Starz genuinely believes in its Outlander prequel. That's refreshing in a TV landscape where streaming platforms often jump ship and cancel shows if they don't become instant hits. Planning for multiple seasons from the get-go is exactly how TV should work. It means production can get moving sooner, which cuts down on the long gaps between seasons, and it lets writers develop richer long-term arcs for characters and storylines. In the end, it keeps viewers hooked and wanting more. For Outlander, the original series has already laid down a strong foundation with its loyal fan base, so it's a pretty safe bet that the prequel will have people tuning in from the start. But of course, the show still needs to deliver a great story to keep audiences around. The fact that Starz is so confident they greenlit a second season before Season 1 even aired suggests they're really happy with how it's turning out. That's an awesome sign for fans who have been waiting to see more of the Outlander world. And here's something extra fun. Blood of My Blood is all about the love stories of Jamie and Claire's parents, so it's diving even deeper into the Fraser and Mackenzie histories. It's kinda cool how this ties everything back to the original show while also giving us new layers to explore. Given how well Outlander blends historical drama with those touches of fantasy and romance, this prequel has so much potential to be a big hit on its own. It's actually pretty great to see Starz breaking the recent trend of quickly dropping fantasy shows. Think about how many promising series we've seen get canceled after just a season or two because they didn't pull huge numbers right out of the gate. By investing early in Blood of My Blood, Starz is showing there's still room and demand for lush romantic fantasy stories on TV. This could even open doors for more adaptations of similar books down the line. Switching gears a bit, there's also a lot to be excited about when it comes to Outlander Season 8. It turns out this season pretty much has to dive back into a magical story that's been hanging in the background for about 9 years now. Since Season 8 is going to be the show's last, it's crucial that all the major threads get wrapped up, especially for Jamie and Claire. That means revisiting plot lines that haven't been fully explored, like the whole business with Master Raymond and those mysterious auras. Season 7 actually started paving the way for this by bringing in a big new twist involving Faith Fraser, which ties right back to Master Raymond's powers. Even though this isn't directly from Diana Gabaldon's books, it still fits in perfectly with the existing Outlander canon. Remember way back in Season 2, when Master Raymond healed Claire after her near-fatal miscarriage? That's when we first learned about their unique blue auras, which suggested they both had magical healing abilities. But ever since then, the show hasn't really touched on it. Now, with the Faith storyline reappearing, it looks like Outlander is finally ready to circle back to that magical thread. In the books, Claire's blue aura, and Master Raymond's too, is a big deal that sticks around through the whole series. Claire even starts to see other people's auras, helping her identify magical influences. But the TV show kind of dropped this after Season 2. So, with the hints dropped in Season 7, like the blue wings Claire saw when she thought of Faith, it's clear Season 8 needs to pick this up again. Otherwise, none of it will make sense as the show heads into its grand finale. Master Raymond and Claire aren't the only ones with special auras, by the way. Jamie's aura is described as red, tying him to a long line of warriors. That hasn't come up at all in the show yet. It'd be pretty rewarding to finally explore these details, especially since they're so central to the books. With all this building up, Season 8 really doesn't have much choice but to fully dive back into the magic. Of course, with the show mostly leaning into historical romance over the years, it might feel like a bit of a sudden pivot. But the whole reason Claire and Jamie ended up together was magic. Time travel via the Standing Stones, after all. Season 8's Faith twist was a clever way to start easing the audience back into these fantastical elements, and it also opens the door for something even bigger. Actor Dominique Pinon, who plays Master Raymond, recently teased that he'll be popping up again in Season 8. The fun part? His mysterious return won't involve Claire this time. That's pretty intriguing because it suggests we could see Master Raymond interacting with someone else, maybe in a way that fills in that 34-year story gap we've been curious about, like what really happened to Faith after she might have survived. There's a theory that Master Raymond used his powers to save Faith, but then handed her off to someone else to raise. If that's true, Season 8 could give us some amazing flashbacks showing how he kept tabs on her all those years. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching. And we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop. And if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.